All right, what's up, y'all? We finna be reacting to a video from Introvert Rockstar today. It's entitled Vlad TV Exposed Jay Z. So, when I saw this title right here, I was like, man, I gotta react to this. I gotta check this out. So, I haven't watched it yet. This gonna be a truly natural reaction right here. This is my first time seeing it. I'm gonna watch it with y'all. Let's check it out.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Ms. Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Ms. Pete, did not shoot at Ms. Pete, or did not assault Ms. Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Ms. Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense?
Hey, you already know what I say, make that make sense. And we gonna say everything allegedly because you know how these people like to play. But look, everybody, well, I ain't say everybody, a lot of people already knew Tory was innocent. But Jay Z thought he was slick. He thought he can play both sides. He thought he can trust Caucasian people. And DJ Vlad showed him how his people really get down. Check this out.
Yeah, see, this whole case, you can tell, man, it's a lot of shady stuff going on. First of all, don't nobody get shot in the foot and say it missed bone. Your foot is nothing but bone. And when she like twerking like a week or so later on stage on a music video or something, so nah, man, you can see on the video where the police were telling her to step, you can hear the glass break, and you can tell she stepped on glass, man. Jay Z, man, this ain't a good look, man. Cause Tory in jail, man, he done got stabbed up, man. This bad right here, man, for real.
DJ Vlad said, I have a confession. Roc Nation had been paying me to support Megan. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory. They bribed the judge too. Jay Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragments. She was never shot. The LA police are all on Jay's payroll. The Mexican guy who stabbed Tory, who do you think paid him to do that? 3 Supreme Court judges who denied Tory's appeal, all paid off by the Roc Nation. Make that make sense. Every single week, Jay Z gets exposed, and you still got people saying, oh man, he didn't do nothing. Every single week, bro. Every single week, they are saying something about this dude, and you saying he didn't do nothing. But check this out: the rabbit hole gets even deeper. Tory Lanez was set up because he cracked the code and he showed other rappers how to make millions of dollars without the record labels, and they didn't like that. But we'll talk about that later on in this video. But right after the incident with Tory and Megan with the shooting and stuff, they called Roc Nation, called Tory, and they told him, do not talk about this incident. Do not give a statement. Tory did that. Then TMZ, the next day, TMZ put the video out. And they framed Tory to make it seem like he was guilty. Go back and watch the video. They was kind of telling Megan, look, say that he shot you. They was like coaching her to tell her to say that. But TMZ, they been doing this, bro. Like they good.
And the crazy thing I remember about that is they put Tory under a gag order. He couldn't say nothing about it. I think he indirectly tweeted about it. And he went to jail off of that. But Megan, she went on a campaign tour. She was doing Instagram lives. She was on, what's the lady? Oprah's friend, Gayle King. She was on Gayle King, trying to win the court of public opinion. But they put him under a gag order. They played super dirty with this man this whole entire case.
This is what they do. Why you think they first with every breaking news? Because they already know what's gonna happen. They create the news. They've been, bro. That's why they first with everything. This the same TMZ in the picture with Epstein. This the same Jay Z that's on the Epstein list. Y'all put it together. But look, this the reason why I know that DJ Vlad isn't lying, because right after the case in 2022, right after the trial, bro, with Megan and Tory Lanez's father said this. Run a tape.
I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Roc Nation, including you, Jay Z. Yes. You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and tortured the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. Amen. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Tough and Alex Bott. They met on Saturday before. They met with our witness. And then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutor's investigator, who acted so dumb, an intelligent woman who did not want, listen, I've seen so much evidence buried in this, and I know exactly what the public out here will say.
Okay, you already know what I say. Make that make sense. And look, I'm going to calm down a little bit. But I remember a few weeks ago when that Epstein list came out, Charlemagne, he threw us under the bus. Charlemagne the raccoon, he took up for Jay Z. He said we always attacking our own people. He said we always attacking our black leaders. What you talking about, Willis? Jay Z ain't no black leader of ours. He don't speak up for our people. He don't care about our people. He care about money, bruh. That's it. He's part of the reason that Brooklyn was gentrified. And if you live in New York and you're from New York, if you know, you know. You don't care about black people. Like this dude threw us under the bus on the radio, bro. And these record labels, they don't care about us either, bro. They want to own your music. They want to own your whole soul. And if they can't own you, they gonna do whatever they can do to destroy you. I keep telling y'all, the game is cold. Tory Lanez cracked the code by treating music like content creation, prioritizing speed, volume, and content engagement. By owning his masters, releasing consistently, and even selling an album for $1, he proved that visibility, direct fan connection, and control can outperform traditional label systems while cutting out industry middleman. Make that make sense. Let me ask y'all something. Do you think these labels want black people, black artists to learn about generational wealth? No. They need you dependent on their system. They need every artist dependent on their system, especially black artists. And I want y'all to take a wild guess in my comment section. Tell me who owns all the major record labels. Don't worry, I got time. I'll wait. I got time.
Yeah, they don't want you cracking that code. They don't want you becoming independent to the point where you don't need them to the point where they can't make their money. That's what it all boils down to. Their bottom line is getting paid. They don't care about nothing else. So when you go outside those means of them, now your ass is in trouble. You can risk going to prison or even getting deleted.
Yeah, all right. Jay Z don't care about our people, bro. He sold out a long time ago, bro, because he want to fit into this Caucasian system, bro. He don't care about our people. He don't care about no artists, bro. So if they can't control you, they go do whatever they can do to ruin you, and that's what they did to Tory. It is what it is. And look, before anybody get in my comment section and say, "Oh, he condone violence against women," no, I don't. I don't condone violence against women. I don't condone violence against our women. I hate that shit. But I also don't condone violence and lies against black men. I don't like it because it's been going on. It's been going on far too long, bro, all throughout history. Go do your research, bro. A lot of stuff happened because everybody is always lying on black men, bro. Go do your research. Look at Michael Jackson, bro. It just came out that Michael Jackson was protecting those kids from Epstein. That's why he created Neverland, bro. So these people made documentaries on Lifetime about Michael Jackson, messing up his name, bro. And you had black people believing this stuff, bro. You had black people believing this stuff, bro.
That's true. And it's a shame. I tell my family this all the time. Just because you see it on TV or in magazine or in print, don't mean that it's true. Okay, just because your favorite news anchor come on that you watch the last 20 years, you see that come out their mouth, that don't mean it's true. Okay, they put a lot of stuff in the media, whether true or false, a lot of false to make people think things happen so they could push an agenda to get people to act a certain way.
Calling Michael Jackson all type of stuff. The whole time he was protecting those kids. Go do your research. He was protecting those kids from Epstein, bro. And also, they did what they did to him because he exposed the whole system. At one time, he owned 50% of Sony, and he called them out. And look what they did to him, bro. And I can go on and on. It's so many black artists, bro. As soon as they spoke their mind, or as soon as they was fighting for the money they was owed, Angie Stone, look what happened to them. They framed them.
Yeah, man. I was just thinking about Angie Stone earlier today, man. That right there pissed me off, man. How they did Angie. December of 2024, she made a video talking about they owe her all this money and ain't no telling what they'll do to her to keep her from collecting that money. Then 4 months later, March 1st, she's in a tragic accident. She's in a van with multiple people and she's the only one that came up deleted. Yeah. I'm salty about that one, man. I think about that, and I think about that Sandra Bland case all the time, man. Those two cases I'm really salty about, for real.
So look at the games they play with our people, bro. But what I do like is the tables are finally turning, and I love that shit. Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times, bro. In prison, he was stabbed 14 times. Someone put a hit out on him so they can end all this stuff, bro. Because they didn't want this information to keep coming out because it makes them look bad, bro. So someone paid a Mexican to stab him 14 times. Imagine being innocent and you just fighting for your life. But these people, they got money and connections. They can do whatever they want to do to you, bro. They can make you look bad in the media, bro. How many times they made black men look bad in the media when it comes to entertainment, bro? First they clapping for you, then they doing you dirty. Michael Vick. Like they just said, they treated Michael Vick so bad, but they not talking about this Epstein stuff. They act like Michael Vick was unaliving people, fighting dogs, bro. They had the interview in a jail cell in the prime of his career, bro. In the prime of his career. Look what they did to Muhammad Ali. I can go on and on. Tory Lanez owned his masters, bro. And he cracked the code. He cracked the code, bro. He made like $1 million in like 30 seconds, bro. I think it's like 30 seconds.
Speaking on that Michael Vick situation, I think about that a lot too. If I'm an owner of the Falcons, ain't no way in hell I'm letting Vick go to jail. To hell with them white folks talking about with them damn dogs. Y'all don't like them dogs. No how. Ain't no way in hell Vick going to jail. He my quarterback back then. You know, I'm born and raised in Atlanta, man. Vick had the city on a whole nother level. The dome was crunk inside and outside every Sunday. Nigga, Vick is not going to jail. I will keep Vick out of jail under any circumstance if I'm that owner Arthur Blank. Ain't no way in the hell. And when he got out, if he did go to jail, he got out, he gonna stay a damn Falcon too. The hell with them people protesting. That's just more people to make it crunk at the dome. Man, please.
Yes, or maybe like a minute. They can't have that information coming out. They need these artists to sign to these record labels, bro. They want you to sign your soul away, and they go steal from you, bro. Look at Angie Stone. Right before she got murdered, bro, I'm going to say she got murdered, bro. She was fighting for the money they owed her, bro. And she just went out, and everybody just moved on with life like that didn't happen. So I'm glad they're not moving on with the Tory Lanez situation. I'm glad they're doing what they're doing, bro. I'm glad they're doing what they're doing, bro, because a lot of times, a lot of people, they get away with just doing things of black men moving on with life. Like I told you, these record labels don't want these rappers to know about generational wealth. They want them signing their soul, bro. Clive Davis, all these people, they need your soul to keep moving. Meanwhile, they calling you lazy. While they calling you lazy, they making money off of your efforts, bro. They making money off of your work, and they just sitting back laughing. Don't know nothing about the black community, don't know nothing about rap, nothing. Don't have no type of talent, but they making money. Tory Lanez did R&B. They don't know nothing about singing. But just because Tory Lanez owned his masters, bro, they wanted that. And he was young, they wanted that. And they found a way to get it. Do your research on Sam Cooke, bro. Anytime a black artist, especially when they young, they own their masters and they making great music, Tory was making great music, bro. He had the fans, he had the attention, he had the connections. They had to end that because he wasn't playing by their rules. See, everybody else want to play by their rules. I see the dude, Lil Russell, he signed to Jay Z. He talking about Lil Wayne made toxic rap. He said Lil Wayne was toxic. Of course, he made some toxic music, but Lil Wayne also made positive music. But you just signed to Jay Z, dog. You just signed to a dude that's on the Epstein list. You just signed to a dude that has all these accusations on him, all these stains on his name. Like, what are you talking about, bro? I think he was paid to say that, but it is what it is, bro. Like I say, I'm glad they not letting this go, bro, because to get 10 years for something you didn't do, with no fingerprints on the bullet or on the gun, nothing, bro, and you got 10 years, bro, the game is cold. That's why I say in 2026, man, to my people who do it.
Then the crazy part about it, in conclusion, I'm going to wrap this video up because he at the end. In conclusion, then the girl, what's her name, Kelsey, she got qualified immunity with her testimony, which is that strange off rip. So no matter what she say, it wasn't going to be held against her. She could just testify. But man, that man didn't. That man is. It's clear as day that the man did not shoot her. She did not get shot. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that, man. She didn't get shot. You're not gonna be twerking, walking in heels 10 days later. Hell, 7 days later, I think she was. But nah, man, that man got a raw deal. Jay Z is wrong as hell for this, man. Tory Lanez's dad was right for calling him out, man. Jay Z, you wrong as hell for this, man. Then that man done got stabbed in prison, man. And what Megan doing? Megan just living her best life. Brought out twerking, throwing out the first pitch at baseball games on the red carpet with Klay Thompson. She just living her best life. And why this man is rotting in prison, being stabbed, having to go through all this for 10 years on something you didn't do in the prime of your life, the prime of your career? Who said when that man get out, he can just hop back in the music game the way he was before he left? Come on, man. That is dead wrong, man. Everybody involved doing this, man, like that is dead ass wrong, man. I don't see how you people even sleep at night doing this to this man. For real. I don't get it, man. I got a conscience. I couldn't sleep, man. I couldn't look myself in the mirror and know I done screwed somebody over like this, man. But yeah, like, comment, share the video. Peace. I'll catch y'all next time.